Alright guys, so I'm back with another video, and in this one I wanted to talk to you guys about a story that I'm writing, and it is on Wattpad, where I go by the name of OMG Nostalgia. So, how am I going to break this video down? I wanted to start off with a couple of announcements. First of all, I just wanted to say to everybody that was subscribing and that's been viewing, my videos are growing and they're getting a lot more views per video, which is cool. I mean, I didn't really think I'd get to 1,000 or 2,000 per video. So yeah, that right there, that's really helping me out a lot. I'm really happy to see it, and I hope that there'll be more subscribers in the future. And with that, I wanted to talk more about this story that I'm writing. So the name of the story is Guardians of Destiny, and the cover will have this character in the front of you that you see in the screen here. This character actually was, you guys could probably tell who inspired his look, and no, it wasn't Sasuke. Sasuke had nothing to do with the inspiration for this one. It was actually someone else, and for those of you who can guess it, it's all good. I mean, I don't really have prizes for it, but the hair should just do it. I can tell you that one of those characters was Vegeta, but anyway, getting back to it, there's a couple of red flags first. The first red flag is if you're not an anime fan, this story probably isn't for you. Second to that, if you're not a fan of superpowers, that's another thing. The story might not be for you if you're not a fan of superpowers. And let's see, what else was I going to cover in this? Oh yes. So I am going to give a spoiler to the first chapter here. All the chapters are relatively short. So the story basically has to do with a boy who is 10 years old and wakes up in a forest, and he has no memories. He doesn't know who he is. He's never seen the world until the moment that he woke up in that forest. And in the first couple of seconds, he's walking around this forest, and all he's wearing are these clothes that are now so old that they're rags. They're basically really dried out, shrunken, ripped up rags that he's wearing. And right in the first couple seconds, there's two people already hunting him down, trying to get him. And I mean, the funny thing is, he doesn't know anything, so when those two appear out of nowhere and one of them just starts saying, "You, come with us, now," all messed up and rude, and then taking out a sword, the very first thing this guy does is he runs. Of course, he runs and he hides behind trees. Because if you don't know anything about the world, of course, the first thing you express is fear, and so he runs and hides behind the trees. Now, where it gets weird is that he hears these two people that were hunting him down, he hears them arguing amongst each other, and then he sees one of them get kicked to a tree. The guy with the sword, he's running towards his partner and is about to stab him. Now, the little boy doesn't know what to do. All he hears and sees is them arguing, and he's seeing that someone's about to stab his own partner with a sword. And so what does he do? He runs straight forward, and he uses himself as a shield to guard the person who is trying to hunt him down, which doesn't make any sense. I mean, for me, I was like, man, you must be crazy. And then, wouldn't you know it, he gets stabbed right on the right side of his chest, and he doesn't know anything. He doesn't know how to speak or ask for help, and even worse, it's the two people that were hunting him that are right there. They're the only ones around for miles. So all he can do is just stand there without being able to speak and just wait for himself to bleed out or die. And he's just covered in blood. His hands are covered in blood, his clothes are covered in blood, and he just doesn't know what to do. He is shaking, he is afraid, and I think that's where I'll end that part. If you do want to know more about this story, then I would say I'll have a link in the description and one in the comments that'll lead you straight to the story. Or you could just type in Guardians of Destiny and it'll take you right to it, I'm pretty sure. But I'll just put up a link there. I go by the name of OMG Nostalgia on Wattpad, and I'm not sure if you have to have a Wattpad account in order to read that story or not. But yes, there's another thing. It's also free. I don't have a following on Wattpad, so, it's all good. But yeah, tell me what you think about the story if you do decide to read it, because I'm actually looking for some feedback. Oh yeah, also there's two versions of the story. There's one that's a screenplay, where the way it's written is the character's name and then what they say. Or the other version, this one that I'm making this video on, is written in first person. And from the perspective of the main character, the 10-year-old boy. And the story does get more interesting from what I just described. I just didn't want to give away the rest. But yeah, if you do decide to read it, give me your feedback. Tell me if it's good. Tell me if it's bad. Tell me if something's run on. Tell me if you can figure out some of the Easter eggs I put in there, because there is a couple of different ones that I put in there because a lot of different things in my life inspired this story. But yeah, from this character, oh yeah, and it will have this character that you see in front of you, but I did mess up. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.